Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is the topic of the top 5 ways we can improve lyrics. So for this video, I'm going to give top 5 tips on what is needed in order to make lyrics good compared to rap we hear on the radio. Okay, so if you are interested in knowing the top 5 things that people who write lyrics need to do in order to make their lyrics more enjoyable, then watch this video or trust me, you will not be disappointed. Okay, so now I mentioned it, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of the top 5 ways of how we can make lyrics better, the first way we can make it better, of course, without a shadow of doubt, simply comes down to something not really controversial, but it's very true. We need to end the obsession with relationship in these songs. Because most music that you actually hear, if it's not about crime or violence, which of course would make sense because we're talking about all music genres in general, not just about rap music, and even though yes, the whole topic of rap when you talk about crime has been greatly exaggerated, since rap is a good genre, that's different subgenres and people talk about different things. So no, I'm not saying rap is just about violence and crime, but primarily the discussion about anything. When it comes to the discussion about violence, rap definitely is the genre that primarily talks about it, okay? So when it comes to, of course, aside from of course that, okay, and what you said, music genres in general, most of the music genres, the main thing we tend to talk about, and even rap is the same thing too, is relationships, okay? And the truth of the matter is, like anything in the world, hearing too much of anything, even if it's beneficial and positive like this, we get tiresome and old. And even, of course, taking into consideration that people don't want to hear songs about crime all the time, the truth of the matter is, no shit. People, of course, want to hear, when it comes to something that has crime, but they want to hear something that has a variety instead of just hearing something about relationships, okay? And the truth of the matter is, when you listen music about relationships, in general, literally all music, 90% of all music about relationships. The truth of the matter is, if you actually listen to someone who's more of a beat person like me, you realize that sometimes the beat, and not even just the beat, but just the feeling you're in, doesn't necessarily match with the mood of course, that you're feeling, doesn't go along with the lyrics, okay? Not all the time in life. People want to hear a song that talk about relationships. Sometimes people want to hear songs that give them maybe a fantasy of a better life, like being rich and famous. Sometimes people want to hear songs, maybe, let's be honest, when they're not about rap beefs or beefs or issues people have in life or something. Since, as I said, we're talking about different genres, so they might talk about political issues or any issue, even, yes, obviously, or personal issues, depending on the genre, of course. People want to, some that want to hear different things. They don't want to hear a song about, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me, or having trouble in our relationship, like getting along, and blah, 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 blah. That gets old and tiresome. People want to hear a variety of different things. So definitely one of the things that we're looking for music is to have a wider range of topics we talk about, not only relationships, okay? Because we're getting hearing about relationships all the time is fucking boring and tiresome and annoying. So to answer your question, though, hearing something about anything like relationships, I'm certain will work. People are different, people are in different moods, and so something like this relationships, which I can clearly be seeing because, of course, obviously Andrew Tate and Red Pill movement, we have to realize because of the effect it has had, it's had on almost a new generation. Obviously, it's hard sometimes. Some of these people want something that offers some escapism from relationships. Relationships are not a joke, and that's why a lot of people get fucked over relationships. Even as someone who's not a red pill person, I feel like a lot that's my first point, okay? Second one, okay, that also relates a lot to rap, or I should say specifically relates a lot to rap, unlike the first one that related more to a variety of genres, is of course, the whole, trap rap, era we're in right now, is of course the topic of how to have lyrics that you can actually fucking understand. Now this one is also a very big one because of course mumble rap, and even though rap primarily is a genre that has this issue, I also know other genres does have these issues sometimes too. Because the truth of the matter is, when you listen to music, okay, if you truly want to vibe with a song, you have to understand what you're saying. Because so being able to understand what you're saying helps you be able to put your mind in the world of the song and obviously get something from it in one way or the other, depending on the type of person you are, whatever topic it is, yada yada yada. You get something from it. Okay, that's the point of the lyrics is to help tell a story, okay? And the point of telling a story to another person is to help spark that part of their brain that puts their mind into a different world, okay? So it's obviously a case of escapism, okay? No shit. But how can I put myself in escapism if I listen to lyrics and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, okay? I've talked about this for previous videos before, but this definitely is something that definitely needs to be mentioned as well, because like I said, these are the top 5 things that need to be done to make lyrics great again. So of course it's just going to get mentioned once again. In order to make lyrics actually enjoyable, okay? So to answer your question, definitely if when it comes to making music good again, one of the main things that needs to be done is to actually have entertaining yourself, okay? Because if you can understand lyrics, you can put yourself in the world. If you're not able to understand lyrics, you can't put yourself in the world, and that's as simple as that, okay? So now on to the third one, okay? This one, I would assume, like the first one would be a little bit controversial, but I definitely believe this one well, of course as well, because I definitely is also something that gets in with lyrics, even though I know it's not offensive people, it's definitely fun. Which of course is the topic of do not make your lyrics too damn fucking complicated. Now this one is definitely something that needs to be mentioned, because lyrics definitely need to be something people can understand, even if your topic is complex. If you have lyrics that are hard to understand, to answer your question, okay, how am I going to be able to enjoy it? Okay, now this one is controversial, of course, but I definitely believe you need to have lyrics that people understand, okay? Because even if you talk about a complex topic, okay, you can still make it understandable to people if they want to understand, okay? This whole topic of, the masses can't understand my lyrics are too deep, but it has nothing to do with the fact that lyrics are too deep. But you want to talk about something that's a serious topic, or it could be related to politics or anything like that, or just want to tell a really good, entertaining story that has complexity to it, instead of just a generic don't have much complexity. Whatever the case in the matter is, when you're writing lyrics for something, you do not have to make your lyrics too complicated. The reason why most lyrics come off as complicated is they use a lot of metaphors, okay? They do not explain things clearly. They use a lot of metaphors, and metaphors, in all honesty, why do you have to use metaphors? If you're really able to make an enjoyable song, why don't you just explain your point clearly? Why the fuck do you have to use these silly metaphors? You can make a song that's complex, but doesn't use metaphors. Because the more you use metaphors, a lot of people are not going to understand that. So that's definitely something that needs to be discussed as well, in order to make lyrics better, because this is a very big one, and a lot of people are very musicians can fall in the category. Let's say my lyrics are very complex, but if you put that energy into actually making not just a topic, then obviously more people can enjoy it, because more people can actually enjoy it, because you're not using metaphors, it's going to help promote lyrics that have people, okay? And as well, more people can enjoy it, because actually using metaphors, which this is 2026, speaks to that way anymore, okay? So that's the truth. So if you want to make, for this point to sum it up, more enjoyable music, have an actual clear explanation of what you're trying to communicate for your story, instead of just trying to use metaphors. That's the truth, okay? As the truth is, just finish off this third point, okay, which finish off going forward this point. Simply put it, if you obviously have lyrics that people can obviously going to enjoy it, the lyrics for your song, and as a result of having more people who enjoy it, it's going to help promote having more music that actually has a message instead of it just being meant for a more niche audience, okay? And that's common sense here, okay? So anyway, this is at the end of part one for my video series on how we can make lyrics better again. I'm going to create part two tomorrow. All I have to say is that I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. And just remember, simply put it, we can make entertainment great again, okay? So that is all I have to say for this video. Simply put, I'm out. So bye.